Really?
Sorry, I guess we might need to say everything again. Looks like the sound was not coming so far. Hey everyone. So Amrutanshu is here. So he's going to go ahead and let's sorry man, you have to repeat everything again once
No
again.
problem, no problem. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Praveen sir. Hello, everyone. This is Amrutanshu Das from Microsoft Student Ambassador Community, KIT chapter, KIT Bhubaneswar, that is KIT University, deemed to be University Kalinga Institute of Industrial Technology, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. So we are organizing a hackathon that is known as Daedarus Hack. And this speaker session, we have Praveen sir as one of our mentors and speakers for this whole hackathon. Thank you so much for being with us, sir. And he'll be guiding us on the topic full stack web development with React.js. Wonderful. Thank you so much, sir. I'll just give a brief about what our hackathon is. Right. So Daedarus hack seems like quite offbeat, right? I'll tell you what it means. Daedarus is something from the Greek mythology, all right, named after Daedalus, who was a Greek architect who built a labyrinth so that it can trap the monsters. So basically, he was what I would say, he was a community person, like our Praveen sir, community specialist and a JavaScript developer, wonderful person. He is based in London and he has been doing a lot more hackathons, mentoring students. It's just wonderful. All right, so Daedarus Hackathon is one of a kind that we have been organizing this year. So it will be held from August 13th to 17th, right? 13th to 15th in specific, and 17th it may go on because it depends upon the hours of the hackathon, right? And again, the judging criteria and stuff. So it's going to happen, and these are the days we are lining up with our speaker sessions so that hackers do not feel like this is something that is completely difficult. We are making this hackathon just to ease people up with the hacking culture. Because most of the people, what they feel like, they feel completely sidelined that, okay, man, we need to do the projects and we need to do completely by ourselves. No, you have mentors like these. They come up, they participate in the hackathon. Yes, they participate in the hackathon, learn from the hackathon. And if you're not able to do so, just be there. Watch the stuff, what it is going on.
So it's really about problem solving more than anything.
Exactly.
So there are like loads and loads of problems that can happen, and it's about how you approach a problem and then try to solve it. And that's all about hackathons. So we are all from Indians, engineers from India. So we know that how we can even prove 1 is equal to 2. Any engineering student, any backbencher will be able to prove it, right? So that's exactly what a hackathon also teaches us. Don't you agree?
Exactly. That's our motive behind it, to make developers ease up in the whole hack culture. Right. So moving ahead, what I would request Praveen sir to please go ahead with the session. Once we start, there will be a lot to learn. We'll have a roadmap regarding web development, full stack web development, lot more to come. One most important thing is be there with us because we have a hands-on experience on a project which you won't find on any GitHub profile. All right. So stay with us. Over to you, Praveen sir.
At every moment, like you can see, like after a video is done, you might get some knowledge. But for here, after this is done, you'll be able to showcase yourself that you have done a project. So this is going to be a complete hands-on experience. I can guarantee that. And we don't know if we are going to use any backend tools here, but we will definitely be using some of them. And then let's see how we can work with that. All right. So how many of you are excited? And we have already got some questions from our people. Rishita says, is it for 12th pass even? Yes. It's for anyone who has a passion on engineering, passion on programming, passion on solving things. Definitely you are welcome. So let's get into the whole thing. So Amrutanshu was telling about me, and let me give you all a formal introduction about myself. Hi everyone. my name is Praveen. I'm originally from Chennai, India, and currently working with one of the top two banks in the UK. And I'm currently living and working in London. I'm a full stack JavaScript specialist specializing on React.js and Node.js. That's my love. And a lot of things happen in my work time. And that is when I try to kind of like solve things and take some really nice problem solving approaches. And then I'll also try to share that knowledge with everyone. So I keep saying that I'm a full stack developer, right? So what is actually a full stack developer? Let me try to share my screen and show you my website. And what is a full stack developer without a website, right? So that's the main thing. So my website lies in praveen.science. So if you, oops, wrong button. If you look at this one, I hope everyone is able to see my screen, right? Please give me a small confirmation. So it's praveen.science. And if you open this, that's me. Hi. And here you go. So this is a quick introduction where I say what am I doing, everything. And then these are my social networks. You can follow me on LinkedIn. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. In case of how many of you would like to come to UK for working, studying, etc., please contact me. I can guide you the best possible way. And how many of you would like to learn new technologies? Please contact me. Okay. And we are also working on a lot of different things. And I request every single person who wants to become a web developer or who is in the tech industry to have a simple website like this. So the website is like, it has a small introduction and there is a profile, there's a skills. Then I've got my experience section. For those people who are still a student, you don't need to write your experience section, but you can put your projects and use your education section. Maybe like what are you studying? What is actually happening in your college, etc. And then all these numbers are made up numbers. Then portfolio. This is really important. So even if you do something like a small hello world application, try to put that in your socials and other things. Okay, so these are the things I have done. So you can clearly see that this is my first ever project. It looks very bad, and when you check with the last projects, they look really good. And the current these are the first 3 projects versus these are the last 3 projects. You can tell it yourself. And I do have a YouTube channel as well, so that is where actually you're looking at these things. So have a look at that and make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button for this video as well. And coming to the blog section, if at all you are interested in learning and helping others, please try to write a blog and share it with others. This will help you in 3 different ways. 1, it will increase your knowledge on the subject. Number 2, it will increase your written communication skills. And number 3, people know who you are, what you are doing, etc. So I have been extensively blogging about my living and working in the University of Leicester, etc., etc. There are a lot of things I have been doing, and these are like something like how I solved some really a crazy problem that happened in my office and other things. So this is what my people talk behind my back, and this is the way you can talk behind my back. So as simple as that. That's about the whole thing. So yes, and coming back to our topic today, so we'll be creating. It was actually a surprise for most of them because I wasn't sure what we will be doing today, and suddenly I got this idea. So why don't we try to create a full stack application that can generate certificates or something like that, which is a lot. Like a lot of people are looking for creating their own version of certificate generations and badge generation. So today we will be looking at creating a badge generator. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. And how does this sound? So before that, I'm also going to go check out the comments. Cool. Okay, thanks for a lot of nice responses. Rishita, Sritishna, Deepansh, Rohit, Gaurav, Hariket. Hariket, I know you from other places as well. Nice to meet all of you here. And let's crack on with something like a demo. Okay, and don't forget to add me on LinkedIn. Here's my LinkedIn ID. How many of you have got, hey, Abhinav is also here. Nice. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. We are going to generate certificates and we'll be able to even download them and share it with others as well. So this is exactly what we are going to do. And we are going to use a couple of 3 things. 1, for the design, we are going to use Canva. Number 2, for the front end, we are going to use React. And for the backend, most probably we'll be not using backend, but in case if we are using, we will be using Node.js. So this is the idea about. And now, Amrutanshu was telling something about full stack and how we can actually use a roadmap if there is a roadmap. So I do have something for it. So let me share my screen once again. So if everyone goes to roadmap.sh, this is one awesome website where you can find a lot of developer roadmaps. So if you want to become a full stack developer, you have to be good with front end and back end. So if someone asks, Praveen, how can I become a front end developer, or how can I become a back end developer? This is the best thing you can go for. So this is a good guidance. Use it as a guidance and then try to use your ideas on your own. Okay, so going to the front end, the first things are just start with the basics of internet. So how does the internet work? What is HTTP? What is HTTPS? How a browser connects with the internet and how it works. All these things are mainly important. Then DNS, domain name system, hosting. How many of you have your own portfolio with you? How many of you do not have and want to create one? Please tell me in the comments. I'm going to pick one of you and also give you so my webinars are all about like giveaways and freebies, goodies for all the tech people. Okay, so I'm gonna take a random person to give us something like a one-to-one portfolio things. It could be one random person or it could be multiple random people. Okay, so that depends on me and definitely whoever is like continuously active up to the whole session, definitely you're gonna get that. So the basics of internet and all these things are here. But before that, I just wanted to have a quick look at the comments, and we have got Shreya Agarwal, Kundan, Gaurav, Sanya, Yashri. Thanks everyone for coming in. And yes, let's create a nice, awesome portfolio as well with one-on-one with you. Who is interested, by the way? Okay, I'm just still waiting for people who want to join with me and create a nice portfolio as well. Okay, so we'll leave it to the comments for some time. Okay, the first person is Sritishna, then Mayank. So I'll start with Sritishna. Okay, so congrats, Sritishna, you won it. Just go ahead, make sure you add me on LinkedIn, and let's talk the next thing. And okay, coming back to our roadmap. So roadmap, we have got the internal internet, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then you have version control systems and Git and GitHub. So how many of you have got a GitHub account with you? So that's something which is really interesting and which is really helpful in case if you want to time travel yourself to a previous version of your code. So these things. Then in HTML, the next thing is the CSS in the front end. So you need to know about some CSS preprocessors. Those things that are ticked in the blue color, they are all really recommended software. So go ahead with those things. And we have like React.js and Redux for the front end frameworks with a competing Angular and Vue.js as well. Then there are like modern CSS as well. I don't lot of like modern CSS, but I really like the CSS preprocessors where we will be using something like SCSS and other things. So I'm happy to SCSS is very easy because SCSS is almost similar to CSS. For people who have idea about CSS, they will be knowing it better. And finally, we have Electrons for desktop applications and other things. And then there is WebAssembly, which is coming in, but I don't think it is that big. So it's up to you to learn, or we can just skip this part. But again, keep learning. So this is about front end. And don't get overwhelmed by the number of topics that are there in front end. It is very easy once you get the hold of it. And don't worry, you can always ask me for any time. Then comes to the back end. In back end, you just need to know the basics of front end, whatever we have learned so far, and just the basics will be really enough. And then comes the operating system and the general knowledge about what all things are there. So how to use terminal, what kind of memory management you need to use, the STD and standard input, standard output, those kind of things. Servers, setting up a server, making your own computer a server. So those kind of things. Then the best languages are here. we have Java, C Sharp, PHP, JavaScript, Python, and Ruby. The first two languages are obviously Python and JavaScript is most preferred for a lot of people because of its easiness in learning things. And we have like different types of databases, how they work, APIs, what is an API, etc. How do you create REST APIs, JSON APIs, JWTs for security. And there is also a huge thing about security, OWASP, etc. It's going to be like really, really interesting in those things. And there is like loads and loads of things, and keep on reading about that. Then comes our React.js. So the link is here. I'm just going to send the link in the WhatsApp. Sorry, what do you call this? In the YouTube chat. And let me quickly have a look at the comments as well. There are like so many comments already. So, and let me have a quick look at that. So we have got, Sritishna, who's the first person who won the raffle today. And we have got a lot of others: Mayank, Gaurav, Rohit, Rishita, Yashashri, Shreya, Adarsh, Sanya, Kundan. Okay, so everyone is ready to join. And you all will be having something really an interesting thing in upcoming days, because what I'm planning to do is, see, basically I'm a lazy person. I don't want to work a lot, but even if I work for 5 minutes, I want to see the output for like half an hour or something like that. Like at least 10 times the output. That's what everyone wants, right? Everyone wants to be lazy. They don't want to write. They don't want to do a lot of code. But at the same time, once you do something, you want to get the best out of you. Correct? How many of you agree with this? Okay, there is a huge Me Too movement going on in the live chat right now. So that's great. So, okay, we can see a lot of people are watching, but no one is liking the video. Go ahead, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel as well. That would be great. Okay, so today what we are going to do is, I'm also going to give a small idea about like how we are going to use React.js on the web. Okay, so for people who are wondering, what I am doing is I'm using Visual Studio Code, and my VS Code is configured in such a way that I have a lot of different, different extensions that I have configured here. There are 8 different extensions or 9 different extensions, which help me in a lot of different ways. So for people who are working on websites and web development, I just wanted to show you a small magic. I know a lot of people know it, but if at all, I want to create a small UI like this, something which has a logo here. This is a header. I'm not going to stress on this too much. So this is nav1, nav2, nav3, nav4. What did I say? I want to be lazy. I want to do only a few seconds of task, but I want to get out of me like more than half an hour of work or something like that by spending just 5 minutes of work, right? So this is what I wanted to do. Just for the HTML part of this, how long do you think you will take? Please give me your times on the chat. Thanks everyone for liking this video, and I'm just waiting for the time, like time in minutes or time in seconds or whatever it is. Okay, Gaurav says 30 minutes as the first person. Rohit, shut up, please. I kindly request you. Tushar, 45 minutes. Shreya, 10 minutes. Wow, that's nice. Deepansh Arya, 4 to 5 minutes. Great. Okay, any other numbers? Priyanshu, 10 minutes. No, I'm not using any CSS. This is only for the HTML structure. Let's talk only about HTML. React, 10 minutes. Shivlal. Hey, Shivlal. You're the same Shivlal who came as the alien, right? Where are others? Where are other answers? Come on, come on, come on. Keep them coming. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and show you what we can do within a few minutes. Okay, so what did I do? Okay, so here is the thing. And if I try to, okay, if I try to do using something called as emmet, let's also keep the timing as well. So I'm just going to start the time at, let's say, 20 seconds. Okay, so the first thing is, okay, not 20 seconds, sorry, I'm going to start it at 30. So before that, I want to select as HTML. Okay, so all these things are ready. I'm not going to extend anything. Boom, first thing, I got my doc type, and then let's say I have a header, and inside the header I have a H1, I have a which says logo. Next to the H1, I want a nav tag. Inside the nav tag, there is a UL, LI, 4 list items, and then each list item has a link which says nav 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam, 50. How long did it take? 20 seconds. So a lot of people would have said it takes a long time, but yeah. Okay, there is Pratibha Suresh here. She got it 30 seconds. Okay, you were very close, but unfortunately you didn't make it. It's 20 seconds. So obviously, with Emmet, definitely with practice, you will be getting a lot better soon. So, okay, how was this? How was this simple trick? So this is the first thing which I wanted to show you how lazy we can be, and then how easy it is going to be. Okay, so for understanding what all things that I'm using in my mission, you can go ahead and type in Praveen Dev Environment on Google. And the first thing, okay, I can actually remove all these annotations. Okay, so if you type in Praveen Dev Environment, the first link that you get is my personal development environment, where I have written almost everything. So I'm using Google Chrome. I'm on a Mac mission, so I have a lot of things that are specific to Mac. But just skimming through all these things, the first thing that I'm using is Zoom, obviously. So Zoom for communication, all these live streams and other things. Git, it's the best thing for time traveling in case if you mess up something. We have item 2. Item 2 is one of the okay. Let's remove all the Mac OS specific things, because a lot of people I know that you are using either Windows or Linux. So yes, and then let's directly go to what we are looking for. Node.js. Node.js is the runtime environment that we are going to use for running the React and other things. And going to Visual Studio Code, these are the list of extensions that I'm using for working with, making my life easier. Okay, so I hope this was clear. And now let me also add this in the link. Thank you, Shreya, Deepansh, Sritishna, and Shivlal. Yeah, Hemmet cheaper version of GitHub Copilot. Wow, that's really a nice way to describe it. Exactly, Shivlal, you rock it, man. You really rock it. Okay, let's go on. Let's without further delay, let's try to create a certificate first. What is the best way to create a certificate? We have Canva here. So Canva is like it's free for students for at least 1 year, where you can create a certificate design and stuff like that. So should we do certificate or badge? I believe certificate will be officially given by MSLA, Microsoft Student Learn Ambassador. So I'm not supposed to give any certificates myself. So I can actually create a badge, right? So we will actually create a badge right now. So how about badges instead of certificates? Is that okay? Badge is good. Okay, so let's look at it. Like I just created this particular thing for our live stream. Even our live stream is created using this one. Look at this. You can see the same thing. You can see this guy's head down there, right? It's just oops. It's just here, right? Yeah, it is exactly here. So this is what I did just now. So we can actually use this as a badge kind of a thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make okay, we already have a copy of this. So I'm just going to go down, bring it down, or let's not take more than 2 minutes for creating this badge. So I'm just going to take this particular thing and go down, go down, go down. Okay, so we have got a simple image where we can put this one on the left side. Do we need our photos in this? Actually, we can, right? We can or we cannot. We'll just put this. So this is needed. Obviously, our the logo is required. We don't need these things. We can just get rid of this one. And we have got React and Node.js logos. We can add them here as well. Just going to make it smaller and put this. Okay, the badge needs to have the logo of the organizer and the React and Node logo. So let's group these two things. And okay, I'm still not sure what I'm actually doing. So we'll just put this in the center and here. Okay, that we can't do anything. So I'll just use one. We'll get a nice text here. Come on. Okay, I'll just use this one. I am participating, something like that. Okay. Okay, so that seems to be nice. So we can use something like this. We don't need our pictures anyway. This is not about the hackathon, right? And here comes your picture, whoever is going to come in, and your name also should be coming here. Okay, so that's exactly what we are trying to do. So let's make this one a bit smaller too again. Okay, so here comes your picture and name, and let's change the color to something really nice, something golden or something like that. And do we have any effects to add? This already has an echo effect. Let's use the neon effect so that it looks like big bit nice. Cool. This looks really nice, right? How many of you like it? Is this okay? Like the badge is going to be only half of this. So let me download this one. Let me download the last one. Actually, let's make it as badge. Okay, cool. Actually, no, wait, just give me a second. I'm sorry I'm making this a mess, but let's make something like this. Okay. So if I do this, you can see that this is actually a badge, right? So that's what exactly we are going to do, only this part. All right. So let me download this now again. Download it. I'm sorry if I complain about the temperature here. People will be shouting at me because since I'm in the UK and I cannot say, yes, it is actually hot or something like that. When you are all participating from India, you will kill me. So, but it is definitely hot in here. So we have correctly put it here. Let's crop this one. Okay, cool. So this is 730 by 1080. You can actually put it in your Instagram as well, something like that. So this looks perfect. And this seems like a good badge material, not a meme material, hopefully. Boom. So this is our badge. So we can also change it as DH badge. Okay, so what I'm doing is, since we are going to use an online version of React IDE, I'm going to use something called as react.new. Here, you will be able to see that you can get a React.js, you can get a VS Code style thing, and this is completely using, it actually uses VS Code. This is completely a working, runnable React IDE. So I'm also going to use my VS Code for a bit of Emmet kind of thing because Emmet is not supported here. So let me change the language as React. And if I do RAFCE, again, being lazy, right? So look at this. This is a functional component. I need RCE. So I've got a class component. I'm always a fan of the old class component. So it is easy for me to like teach people and stuff like that. So we don't need to import React nowadays. So we can just get rid of this cut, paste, and cut everything, put everything here and save it. Okay, cool. So we have got this one. We can also add our hackathon name. Okay, I keep forgetting the name of the hackathon. So I'm just going to copy this one. So since Sritishna was the first person to answer, I'm going to use her name. May I, with your permission? Sritishna, I'm just waiting for it. Okay, so she says Lego. What is Lego? Are you talking about the same Lego? Lego bricks? Not exactly. Yes, I have to do something about my cooling system. Yes, but okay, let's see. Okay, let me refresh this page. Let's see if this works. Boom. So we can see that this is working. So all we need to do is we need to have one particular place where you are going to create a form and another place where we are going to have a have the badge created and generated. Okay, so that's exactly what we are going to do. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a bit bigger. And how many of you are a fan of Bootstrap? I'm going to use Bootstrap for this. Or should we use or should we not use? That's the first question. Actually, let's not use it because because we can do it on ourselves, right? So that's the reason. So I'm just going to use a h1 here and /h1 badge generator. Okay, so we have got this one, and let's also include the CSS, import style.css, something like this. And okay, module not found. I did it first time correctly. Anyway, let's go to our style.css. We don't need text align center. And let's add this div class name as app. It will be far better if we do it using VS Code, but just because of, since we can do something more, we are supposed to do everything online and all by ourselves, we will do it this way. So for everything, I'm going to use box sizing, border box, margin 0, padding 0, list style none, etc. Okay. And inside the body, okay, we also need fonts. So fonts.google.com. Let's go and select a nice font here. This looks actually really nice. So I'll just go with this one. So I'm just going to take the, okay, it's just a random selection. So in the public, we have an index folder, index.js file. So here I'm going to add the CSS, and then I'm also going to change the React app thing, which is going to be hack badge generation. Okay, cool. So we have got all these things done. Now we need to correctly solve all these things. Before that, I also need another font. So let's go back to our Google Fonts. Let's type in, let's say, Open Sans. I know this is a boring font, but yes, we'll take this as well. And semibold. Okay, all these things. So this is what we need to have. Going back to the style sheet. Let's paste this once again. Great. So we have got everything done. Now, coming back to our styles. Quickly, we will finish the styles. How many of you like a dark header and how many of you like a light header? Dark or light? Come on, let's start the font family. Let's use Open Sans. Boom, that looks nice. And for body, okay, we don't need the margins or anything, right? So we already did everything. We can get rid of all these things. Cool. Dark or light? Dark or light? Lazy, sleepy people are. Hey, you don't have the rights to say anything. Okay, we'll go with dark. Okay. So let's go with dark. So quickly, let's make BGC 000 and color FFF. And we have got this one. H1, we will give font weight 600 or something, or maybe we'll give font weight. Actually, we used the other font, right? What was the other font? Zenloop. So we'll use that font. Font weight is normal in that case. And font family is, oh, sorry, Zenloop, and this doesn't look like Zenloop really. Come on. Oh yeah, now it worked. The font sizes are all fine. So let's give a padding of 15 pixels and let's make the text align center. Boom. We have got this perfect. We just need to do one thing, line height 1, and then this looks really nice. I guess this looks somewhat bit more. So let's use a text shadow 001 px and hash FFF. Boom. It looks a bit okay. 1 px is let's make 4 px. There is a small glow. Okay, cool. So we have got this one done, and we can also do a box shadow, and it's not inset, horizontal, vertical offset. Maybe we can give 2 pixels, blur 5 pixels, and boom. Okay, so we did something nice and simple here. So this way it looks nice, hopefully. And now let's go with our badge generation. Before that, we need a form. So let's use a form tag. And let's have a simple label. So I'm giving as easy as possible things. So that's the reason I'm doing everything one by one. So if I do input type text. Okay, so these are the things that we are actually doing. So for the form, for the thing, I'm going to give margin bottom of 15 pixels. And here we can also add a strong tag, and let's give enter your name. Oh, this is old school. Let's use placeholders here. Placeholder, enter your name. Okay, and now what we will do is for the input app form input, let's make it big. Okay, first thing is let's make it display block and width 90%, margin 15 auto. Boom. Let's give a padding 10 px and font size 1.5 em. Then the last thing is text align center again. And finally, font family inherit. Font is the only thing that doesn't get inherited. So this looks really nice now, I hope. And now we are going to do something called as controlled components. So whatever happens here, oh, wait, we forgot to do one more thing. So border 2px solid hash CCC and border radius 10px. Looks nice, right? We can also do some box shadow. And we can do like 5px. Bam. How's that looking? Box shadow will actually help you in mitigating small issues in the calculation, the mathematical calculation. That's the main reason why people use box shadow. And alternatives will be like you have to look properly and try to change all these numbers. For example, in case if you are trying to work with multiple grid systems or anything, and you're not using display grid or something, at that point of time, it will be very helpful to use box shadow and use something like, box sizing, and to use the correct numbers. Okay, so coming back to here, so let's go to our component where we are going to create a state and there is a name. Okay, so who was the winner? Let's try to grab her name. Where is Sritishna? Yeah, Sritishna Sarangi. And let's try to put that name here. Good. And then here, if I do value as this.state.name, now I won't be able to edit anything here. That is the problem. So what I should be doing is I need to also do an onChange event where I will be putting this.setState and we'll use name as e.target.value. So this way, this gets updated. At the same time, the state will also get updated. So this is exactly the idea behind this. Okay, now we have got our name generated here. Okay, so if I remove this one, it will say enter your name. And if I type the name again here, and it's gonna show, this is perfect. Now, let's go back to our next part. So this is going to be the real badge. Okay, So here I'm gonna put, so let's use badge, and inside the badge, we have an image. We have a name tag. So let's use a paragraph. I guess that's it, right? Just the image and name tag is what is required, right? So let me try to get this one written here. Okay, cool. So what is the image SRC here? So I always prefer using IMGUR for all these things because it is one of the best, image hosting platforms. So, and it's free as well. It's always better to use a CDN because most of the times you don't want to rely on your own server. So that's the reason. So we added here, alt is going to be the name. So this dot state dot name. Boom. So this is how it looks from the browser. So let's open it in the whole browser and it looks something like this. This is not what we want. We want it to be in the middle, centered in the middle. Okay. So what we will do is we'll go to the styles here, badge.app, and then give text align center. Boom. We can also give the image as max width as 90% so that we can see that it is being centered along with this guy. Okay. So if we go refresh this page, the max width, since we have given not width, so this will not go more than the 100% of its original size. But if you try to compress it, it is going to be behaving as very responsive way. Okay. So this is exactly what we are trying to do. Okay. And now let's come back to our current scenario. So this is how the whole thing is there. So wait, we have got the name. What about the photo? Sritishna, do you have a picture of yourself? Okay, let's use some celebrities picture. We don't want to use any of the personal pictures because it will violate, right? It's not right. So let's go to which celebrity shall we use for Sritishna? Sritishna, first your chance. So you tell me who is your favorite celebrity, and we'll use their photo here along with your name. And before that, let's try to write your name here as well. So if I put like this dot state dot name, we can see somewhere here your name comes, but this is not what we want, right? So first thing what we are going to do is I'm going to set this badge as a position relative, and inside the badge we have a paragraph, right? So I'm going to first change the paragraph's color to white so that it can be seen, and then font size as 1.5 EM or something like that so that it is a bit bigger. And now we are going to make this guy absolutely positioned so that it is gone. It is here. Okay, so now we need to set the top value of this to 0 so that this is going to come here. We don't want it to be in the top exactly. And then left as 0, right as 0, but text align should be centered. Boom. So far it is good, right? We have got it here. Now the next thing that we need to do is this name should come somewhere here. So again, we need to change the font as well. So where is our nice, awesome font? This is the font, right? So let's go ahead, put the font here. So that gives a nice, good font. And font size, it is very small. So let's make it as 3.5 EM. It's very big. Make sure you're not messing it up. Okay, now the top needs to be set correctly. So let's say top 25px. Very small, 125px. Again small, 225px. Again small, 325px. Finally, 300 pixels. That looks good, but it still doesn't show the effect that we require. So let's try to use a text shadow again, and horizontal, vertical 0, blur 3 pixels, and we are going to use FFF. So it kind of glows 5 pixels, 10 pixels. Okay, that kind of looks okay, right? So do you like it? Everyone who are watching this, let's refresh this page. Okay, now the problem here is this is supposed to be responsive as well. Great. I did not expect this. Okay, fine. So what we will do is we have to set the heights and widths as well. So we cannot have something that is extremely responsive. So for now, we'll use this particular thing and we'll just go ahead with this way as well. Okay. And we need a small download button as well. So let's try to use a button. Download my badge. Okay, so this looks very bad. Let's make it work really good. So here in this app form, so we will just copy this whole thing, put it here for button as well. Okay, so now it looks like this, which is not what we want. Display block and all is okay. The only thing that we need to make it as width is auto. And yeah, background color, maybe we can give an orange color. Box shadow, we need to change it, not black. Actually, we'll give the box shadow as orange. There is also a border color. Okay, that's what is making bad. So this is going to be F90 again. So orangey. Okay, FCC. Yuck. FC0, FC9. Okay, I'm very bad with colors, so I'll just leave it like this. Anyone who has a good color, please go ahead and say. So before that, let's go to the comments and see if we have got any nice comments. Hey, Devraj is here. Hey. Any celebrity names? Panda bro, I don't have hair. That's the problem. I'm in this one. Thank you, Sritishna and Abhinav, Tushar, everyone. We haven't got a name of a celebrity to use. Anyone, please? Or should Amrutanshu say a name of a celebrity?
Sure. You can use Deepika Padukone.
Deepika Padukone. Okay. So I'm just going to make another copy and here URL of your pick. Okay. And this is going to be this.state.url. And let's add a URL here and save it. Okay. So URL of your square pick. Okay. So we need to find a square pick. Let's say, in images.google.com, you can search in such a way that you can find square pics of people. Okay, before that, I guess my screen is stopped. So I'm just going to copy this one. So I got a copy of this. I created a URL of your square pic, right? URL of your square pic and download my badges here. Oh, wait, download by match. Let's use a cursor pointer so that it looks like this. And we can also do some animations here. On hover, background color turns into pure orange and color turns into white. Okay, that looks nice. And what we are going to do is we need some transition. So color, okay, all 0.5s linear. Okay, what is going to happen? Look at this. This is something like a small, simple transition. I'm not sure if you are able to see the transition here. It is going so slowly because of the frame rate. It might not work. It might not be visible. So please go ahead and see the demo where you will be able to see the perfect transition. Okay, first thing, we need to try to create the, find the picture of Deepika Padukone. So let's try to use Deepika Padukone. And if you type image size : 512x512, it's going to give me 512 by 512 picture. Okay, great pictures. Which picture should we take? Okay, it's going to be a debatable one. So let's go with this one. This looks nice. So let's open it in a new tab and copy this image, close this, go to Imgur. Boom. Poof, it's uploaded. So let's copy this one. And we will go to the URL, paste it over here, and then it gets saved as here. Okay, now you just need to download your badge. So before that, what are we supposed to do here? So let's slightly reduce the font size of this one as 3.25 em. And now here is where the picture should come. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I need to have another image. And this image is going to be this.state.url. Okay, if I do this, it's going to come here, right? But I need to make it. This is the class name as this. Okay, DP. We'll use DP as display pic. And what all things did we use here? Okay, max width 90% is great. Image.dp. For this, I'm going to do position absolute. Boom, it's gone. It's gone somewhere here. Now I'm going to put left as 50%. No, 50%. Okay. Top can be 25. Nope. 50. Nope. 75. Nope. 100. Okay. And width is going to be 100. That's so small. 200. Too big. 175. Great. Now, what we want to do is the left is 50%, right? But you know that the width is 175 pixels. Okay, let's go in the easy way. So you have something called as transform. There is something called as translate X and make it as minus 50% so that this exactly comes and stays in the 50%. Okay, this doesn't look so good. So let's do the same thing again.
Border radius. Circular, sir.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what we are doing. Exactly. We just made it into a circular thing. So border radius 100% will give you a circular effect. And again, if you see that there are some stuff that we can improve. So box shadow again. So BXSH. Yep. So 00 blur 15 pixels and FFF. Doesn't look good, right? Nah. Let's use 15 pixels itself. Okay, to an extent we are able to see this. It's not that outrightly visible. Oh, we can actually do one more thing. Border 2px solid hash FFF. Okay, you can give actually 5 pixels itself. Right, what do you think? Actually, we can get rid of the border, right? Let's get rid of the
color, I guess.
Yeah, something is not, it's off edge. So, okay, so this looks really good now. So if we try to refresh this page, boom, this actually doesn't work in this size. So we have to correctly maintain this width and height. So what I'm going to do is, this is actually 500 pixels width. So I'm going to use the badge image as width 500 px. Okay. And then if I open it here, now it should be working fine. Cool. Right. This looks really good. So we can also, in bigger screens, we can actually make this thing in the same line, but let's not worry about the styles too much. So now we have got all these things, right? How are you going to download it as a PNG or a PDF or something like that? That's where the fun part is. So we will be using an NPM package. Okay. I forgot the name of the NPM package right now. Just give me a few seconds. Let me try to find out. So I already did this in my one of the badge generators kind of thing. Do we have a badge? Nope. Okay, let's see. It was something like card. It's called Business Card Maker, and the package that I used here was React Component Export Image. That is one of the nice components that I have seen. So we are going to use this one. So let's copy this one. So all we need to do is npm install this. So npm install this one. I'm just going to copy this one. For installing any packages in your code sandbox, what you can do is go down, dependencies, just add this one here. That's it. As simple as that. And now we need to import as whatever they have said here. So code samples are this. So let's copy this part. And I'm just going to go add this one here. We are going to export the component as, let's export as whatever we want. We'll use PNG for now. Okay. So what we have to do now is, the first thing is we need to get this component to print. Okay. So the component to print is this one. So we have to add, make it into a component. So what we are going to do is, this badge is there, right? So we have to have a inline component. So let's make badge as the component. And we need to also give a couple of things. So what we will do is, let's go to, okay, let's try to do the same thing here. I don't think it will work. It will not work actually, to be honest. So let's create a new component here. So I'm just going to create badge.js. And here it's going to be a functional component. So RAFCE badge, and let's copy, paste it here. Class name badge. We don't need this. We'll save it. Now, if we go back to here, we just need these strings. So let's cut this, put it over here, save it. What we need a name. We need a URL. Okay, so name and URL is what we need. Name, URL. Okay, so now our badge component is ready. So what we are going to do is we need to import the badge component here. So badge, it doesn't work. So let's try to import badge from badge. Now here inside the badge component, so we'll use badge. Then we have URL. You can see that it is actually showing it as one of the JSX attribute. So we can use this dot state dot name. Once we do it, we will be able to get it here as well. So we can get rid of these things. Cool. Our badge looks perfectly fine. So if I try to change this name to, let's say, okay, I'll just put my name as well, Praveen. So it works. Okay. So this perfectly works. And now what we need to do is we just need to create this as a badge. So first thing is we need to create a ref for this. So we have a component ref. So let's try to use that here. On this next to the state, we have component ref. So we need create ref from React. Boom. So we have got the component ref here. Okay. So is it working? It works. And now we need to use the ref as this dot component ref. So where is our component? This is the component. Boom. That's done. Okay. Now coming to the export as PNG button. So all we need to do is just that. One click. Oh. 90% of the things that we will be working on is like going through the documentation and then try to implement the same thing. Okay, so now we have done all these things. Refresh the page. We have got this one. So all these things are okay, looking good. Okay, before that, let's quickly do one thing. Styles. Where is our badge? Okay. We need to give something else as well. Margin. Okay. We are not going to use it here. So this looks okayish. This looks perfect. And we can also make this as display inline block. So it looks, everything looks fine only. So far it looks fine. Now for this badge, we need, yeah.
There's a question out here in the chat. It says when and how should we use, should we choose between class component and functional component in React? Means basically asking when should we use hooks or not, right?
Okay. So if you're see, hooks are a bit difficult in this case, and in case if you are very experienced with hooks, go ahead with that because that is the most easiest way to do. But if you are asking about functional components versus class components, whenever there is not much function, not much state variables are there in a functional component, at that point of time you will be using functional components, else you can switch to class component. Now everyone is using functional components, so the question itself is invalid at this age. So just go ahead and use functional component for everything. Okay, let's use a badge wrapper. Badge wrapper. Okay, this is everything is a trial and error here, so I'm just trying to get these things working as good as possible. Let's see. Okay, now for this badge wrapper, I'm going to use text align center so that it is getting aligned centered. Okay, and I'm also going to give padding bottom 25 pixels so that at the end there is some padding as well. Okay, now if I refresh this page, I get this. Okay, I have added my name, I have added my picture or something like that. The moment I click on this is the time of truth. Damn, dead. So the React component, okay, the node should be a React component. What does it say? This dot ref, component ref, all these things are perfect. Okay, we'll just go with their way of like using constructor, props, super props, this dot component ref, create ref. Let's see if that works. Node must be a ref object. That's exactly what I did. Okay, I guess I haven't followed everything correctly. So we have got this, we have got these things, component to print, ref, react.create ref, everything is there. Okay, that should actually work. Maybe the latest version is not working. When was this updated? Last published is 3 months ago. Yeah, that works. That's interesting. Component as PNG, that looks good. Let's put the badge before. Let's see if that works. Okay, that did not work. Let's try to put the ref on another component. So maybe I should use it on this one. Let's see. Okay, let's refresh the page a couple of times. Download. Okay, I know what is happening here. So I should also prevent the default action as well. So that we haven't done. So E, then let's put this one. E.prevent default, and then let's see if this works. Okay, let's try it from this. See, that's exactly what was happening before. So let's try this. Okay, moment of truth. Download, boom, component.png, open this one. There you go. So only thing is the small white color thing that is coming in and the name of the component. So let's try to fix those things. The white color thing is because the image is not set as display block or something like that, I believe. So badge image display block. Okay, let's try once again. So looks first fine. Download, open the component, boom, that works perfect. I don't know what exactly happened, what did we even fix it, but that worked. And now we also need to download it as the correct name. So there is also an option to download as name, because if you see here, node file name is the second option. So what we can do is we can give this .state.name itself. So what we are going to do is in the button, comma. This is going to be the name. The name is this dot state dot name. Let's see if this works. Let's refresh the page. Nope, doesn't work. So let's try something else. Like, I guess it needs to be in a single word or something like that. Let's quickly find out npm slugify. So whatever you do here, it's gonna do this way. So we can use slugify as this way. So we'll use this one by importing it as a package. Bam. Looks like it is imported. And what we need to do here is the same way, import slugify from slugify, and then try to use slugify and this dot name. Okay, let's try once again. If that doesn't come, if this doesn't work, we'll just ignore it. Okay, it's not working. So coming back to our file name, let's try to find what is the problem with the file name. Okay, seems like there is something that is not actually working. So let's go ahead and right. So that's here. So we can proudly say that. Okay, let's try to generate another one. Okay, I just wanted to have a quick look at all the comments again. So I have missed a lot of comments here. And okay, Devraj is here. Then Tushar, thank you, amazing. Katapa is a good name. Nice. I'm not a celeb man. How to make the badge round using border radius, so that way we can make it round. And what else do we have here? We have is JS an object-oriented programming language? Sritija, no, unfortunately. That is the reason JS is really awesome. It is not an object-oriented programming language, but they are making it look like object-oriented programming language by introducing a lot of typed features. And there is TypeScript, which is the like the worst version of JavaScript. That is obviously an object-oriented language. And yeah, so do we still have Sritishna around here? How was your badge? So that is something which I wanted to say. And here, please download your badges here. And then don't forget to share it with me on LinkedIn, and you can actually connect with me on LinkedIn in this. So, okay, Martin Luke says, can you tell me if it is okay to start with React with basic knowledge of JS? I would prefer you to learn JavaScript at least to an extent before you get into React. Okay, because that will actually help you out in a lot of ways. Hurricane says the image shadow is not there in the downloaded PNG. Strange, but the badge was really cool. Thank you. Maybe it is not. Is it true? Is it really? There is no. Okay, you're right. There is no text shadow as well. Unfortunately, yeah, there are some limitations, but it's all right. Awesome, cool. So I hope a lot of people would have made a badge now. Sorry, which link is not working? Paulo, I feel that the link is definitely working, man. Yeah, link is working. Srisha, thank you. Thanks for the amazing comments. And yeah, so over to you, Amrutanshu. How was it? We're almost coming to the end of the.
Wonderful, sir. Actually, it was interesting to have a badge, right, instead of a certificate, because as you said, we'll be giving out the certificates. It's great to have a badge because now we'll be able to have giveaways for the ones who actually did it in this session, right? And we'll be able to tag you on LinkedIn, right? I guess, sir, the link is not working. Even I
Everyone
clicked
is
it off.
saying link is not working, but it is working for me. Can you check?
Yeah,
A
I
lot
just
of
checked.
people are.
It's
Is it
just a
not
white
working?
page, right? Yeah.
You might need to refresh the page once or twice. Let me refresh the page.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sandbox did not complete on the last run. Okay, try now. Sorry about that. Please try now. Okay, everyone says it is working right now. It could be my fault. It was not compiling before, so sorry about that.
All right. All right. Fair.
Yeah, open it in incognito window and it will run. Thanks, Bhuvi, for this.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It actually opened in incognito. Fair enough.
Excellent.
Okay. 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 Wonderful. So, since we have got to the end of the whole thing, we'll also be able to witness Praveen sir in our hackathon because he's also one of our mentors in it. So,
Hey,
just a heads up, whoever joined in here, don't go as we have an exclusive opportunity for you. Go over to Instagram, tag us if you have made the badge with Praveen sir. Do not forget to keep your profile public so that we can see through your Instagram page, and definitely we'll have some interesting giveaways. All right. So if you
awesome.
want to also go ahead and tag us in Twitter, you could do so. Praveen sir, you could also just put in your Twitter handle.
Yeah, all the handles are here. So
Yeah, so wonderful. You could connect with him over in LinkedIn, Twitter, anywhere. All right.
anywhere, literally,
So
yes.
anywhere, anywhere. Fair enough. Thank you so
Thanks,
much, sir.
everyone.
It
Please
was
keep
wonderful.
sharing and supporting.
Yeah,
And
sure.
don't forget to hit the subscribe.
Do hit the subscribe button and remember, this is not just a speaker session. Just this is a heads up into your beginner of web development program, right?
100%.
So exactly. So do register in the hackathon, the Daedarus hacks. Go over to the link. I'll be providing it here. Just a second. Here it is.
Yes, and I would also like to ask Sritishna, you are going to get a special giveaway from me. So connect with me on LinkedIn, and because you were the first person to say hi, raise your hands and something for you.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Congrats, Sutishna. And we
Follow,
have
yes,
actually
you are
come.
completely fine to use a template as long as it doesn't look like a template. See, all that matters is the content and the learning experience, but before that, so that's completely fine.
Right. Exactly.
Thank you,
Exactly.
Hariket.
So
That was really nice feedback. And one big thing, please do not call me sir. I'm not eligible to be called
cool,
as sir
cool.
because sir is like a a honorific mention, honorific title in the UK and in most of the countries. So since I am in the UK, I'm not supposed to be called as sir. So please call me Praveen.
Got it. Praveen, okay. By the name. That's a professional approach. That's good.
And
So I've
we have our second giveaway as well because Bhuvi asked for it. Day, yanda manatha vangre. All right. So Bhuvi is my friend. He keeps asking me for a giveaway. Yes. So Bhuvi, yes, you are also getting a giveaway. It is 10 rupees chocolate for you. Go get it from your mom and dad.
nice. Nice work. Fair. Wonderful. So I have shared the link in the chat that goes over to our hackathon page. Do register, enjoy the
I don't
hackathon in
think I could
August.
see the link.
Yeah, I
Amrutanshu,
have
can
posted
you
it
send it to me
again, sir.
on LinkedIn so that I'll just post it here. I'm not able to see the
Sure.
link there.
Okay. Cool. I'll do it. Just a second. Yes. This is the one.
Okay, so
Yeah. So
here's the
you
link.
could pin it in the
I'm
chat.
I'm going to pin this as well. So hackathon link,
Yes.
and let's pin this. Boom. Okay. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'm so happy
Wonderful.
that you for all of you coming here on a Sunday evening, and thanks a lot for making this grand. And
Learning is always a fun. Exactly. So
learning is always fun. Awesome then. Have a nice day, folks. See you all.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Wow, that was cool. That's how I am.
That's not a problem. The stream is over, right?
Yeah, stream is over. You can see that it's actually. Oh,